Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program, for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as it drop all over the world. So for now, let's dive into the daily news. So we're going to get more and more details of waiting day inside Osimhen's contract with Galatasaray and how that contract they come about, because it's very, very surprising. Say Osimhen and the agent Roberto Calenda, say two of them don't get, like, they don't fall out, because maybe get some things where Roberto Calenda do for in dealings with Chelsea and maybe Al Hilal him not really like. So the contracts where Osimhen do with Galatasaray, now Osimhen himself now drafts that contract without the help of Roberto Calenda. That is why the likes of The Sun, Esport, and Football Italia, what they let us know, say Osimhen will join Arsenal in January if Arsenal pay Napoli £63 million, which is the amount like 75 million euros, where Osimhen and Napoli don't agree, say go be in buyer's clause. So when you convert it to pounds, it amounts to £63 million. Now, The Sun is reporting that Osimhen brokered Galatasaray transfer himself and inserted unique clause to leave if one of 10 clubs comes calling. So for that contract, Osimhen drafts by himself, the guy couldn't write down. He said, if any of all these 10 clubs actually come and pay my release clause with Napoli, you people will allow me to leave in January. And Galatasaray say, yes, we quite agree with you that if something like that happens, we'll make it a reality. So I think we'll start from, because I can't read the entirety of the report. So now, this first part say, if any of the unnamed clubs submits an offer, okay, we can start from the first one, you get, we cannot go to the end. So they say 25-year-old touchdown in Istanbul with the fans praising him. Now, when you look at this on Mark Red, they say, according to Turkish outlet Esport, say Osimhen has asked for a break clause in his deal, which applies to a total of 10 specific. Like, he was very, very specific as to what he wants. He named 10 specific clubs. To the second screenshot, why I screenshot as part of the article, they say if any of all these clubs submit an offer in January, he will therefore have permission to leave. Now, Turkish reporter Kagan Dusun claims Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Bayern are all included in the desired list. They are all included in Osimhen's contract when taking hand drafts, where Galatasaray signed. And Napoli himself, according to what we are hearing, Napoli and Osimhen don't extend in contract to 2027 so that they go insert a fresh release clause of 75 million euros, which is 63 million pounds. Now, further down, when you read, they say Football Italia further speculated that Real Madrid and PSG are also on that list. Now, Osimhen has also asked for Napoli release clause to be reduced from 109 million pounds, which is the 130 million euros we are hearing before, to 63 million pounds, which is the 75 million euros when Napoli just recently agreed with Osimhen. So this is becoming very, very interesting. And you see, say the clause now, they don't divide them by, it don't come down significantly. And this buttresses my point. Say, ab initio, from the beginning, if to say Napoli tell us now, say, come and buy this player for 63 million pounds, do you think Arsenal will say no? These are the questions, these are the issues. By now, the boy, if you don't do Arsenal, maybe go down to Chelsea, or maybe go down to PSG. These are some of the issues. So we'll just watch. All eyes goes to January. We'll wait to January, and we'll see how the matter will unfold from there, because January will be very, very hot. Some people don't already get striker. People like Man U, they don't sign striker. People like Tottenham Hotspur, they don't sign striker. So the only Chelsea self, the only people who will be interested in this deal now, Chelsea, Arsenal, just those two, and PSG, those three. Now ready to see, because Liverpool already have a striker. Real Madrid, they use Mbappe as a striker. So if he's going to Real Madrid, we won't play. So now only the three of us. Now we will see who. And at the end of the day, now Osimhen will decide, because I'm seeing January, Arsenal may come out and say, okay, we are going to break the clause. Chelsea might come out and say, okay, 63 million is not much, we are going to break it. PSG might come out and say, we are going to break it. So now the person will be saying in projects make a whole lot of sense. Now Osimhen will choose at the end of the day. Now, away from that, so Sterling don't start in Arsenal training. He get one video where I see for Arsenal training. Sterling just dey bust net like mad. Sterling dey dribble people, they tear their kneecap, they just dey fall down. Oh, the guy fast. You get, see, that is why for those where they mention, say, make we use Saka and Sterling against Tottenham. So make Sterling dey left, make Saka dey right. Oh, I don't fault that idea. That idea they bow. That idea say go make sense because Sterling is faster than Trossard and he's not faster than Martinelli, but he's more tricky than Martinelli because that left and right foot when they play, you can't make them difficult to mark. So in the train, Neto self the train, but I really did impressed. I would have uploaded the video, but because of copyright infringement, I will not be able to do that. So I implore you to go and really watch that video. The guy just did, what did it happen? They enter them. Somebody was saying yesterday, Sachi to like this tele, but why I don't go like him? It's better than Nelson. It's better than nothing. You get, if they say they're not bringing the Nelson now, some of you now go to say, we don't bring anybody. At least they brought somebody. You get, so it's better than nothing. So and now I said they give me joy onto how since they go. Now, talk sports. What they talk say based on the red card we Rice don't get. Say the void we can do for our midfield is going to make Arteta now do experimentation against Tottenham Hotspur. Like we must experiment because normally everybody would expect Jorginho will just slot in, but the idea of Jorginho and Thomas Partey, two of them, they are not that fast. They are not very, very mobile. To be in the middle of our pack, there'll be something where a lot of people they like, or whether they entertain. Because so Talk Sports when they predict the type of lineup with them feel say Arsenal would deploy against Tottenham Hotspur. So I want you to look at this lineup and see whether this is the type of lineup where you actually subscribe to. You get, so let me know. So make me say if I go through the lineup. So Norma Raya, then White, Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, and Ricardo Calafiori. So now them puts there. They say for the midfield, Thomas Partey, normal, no get choice. You go there for the base of the midfield. Then Havertz should be drafted back into the midfield to do a double pivot with Odegaard. So now the way then they see him. Now for the left side, Martinelli will start. Then Trossard should come in and play first 9. Then Bukayo Saka go play. So this is what they are putting forward. So I don't know whether I want to subscribe to this line of thought. For me personally, I would have said Sterling is unpredictable because normal, everybody expects Martinelli to start. For me, the back line, I like him. Midfield, Partey, we no get choice. But see that Kai Havertz, I know really bad one. Make Kai Havertz still there for front. They make Saka Sterling starts. For me, I would like to see. The second half, we'll see what it goes up. Now, what I would like to see, but I don't just know how it will be. And at the same time, this same Talk Sports, we put out this opinion. They can't concede later down the article if you read them. Talk say using this lineup with them predicts it go make us lose that focal point, that target man vibe. That's where Kai Havertz they do. But if he says Kai Havertz don't do anything, but up there is winning area duels, is helping us, giving us the option of going long in case we need to. Because when you look at this lineup, we can't go long with Trossard being as the number 9. Again, in fact, a front 3 of Martinelli, Trossard, and Saka, you can't. How do you want to go long? How you want to take 12? So these are some of the issues. So what would I think about this our lineup, and what will be your own preferred lineup? Who you go like make Arsenal use? And at the same time, Jennings will be one of the pundits at Talk Sports. Equally talk say signing Sterling, you get now short now setting guarantee. Say Arsenal go win the league. Say the guy go come in and give Arsenal the league because he go provide. In fact, they can't even bring arguments. Say even though Sterling they play for Chelsea side, obviously they know they that good last season. He still scored 8 goals and gave 4 assists with about 12 goal contributions. So compared to him playing at an Arsenal side where they create chances like water, and we are always proactive whenever we play, say the guy go really do so well. Now away from Jennings, Chris Sutton, call the comment section and say, see, if Arteta can bring Sterling close to his Man City form, it will be a bit of brilliant business for Arsenal. Because people don't even say Sterling is the finished goods. And Babacon, they echo the same sentiments when they talk, say Sterling has a lot of unfinished business to prove to people that I am not the finished goods. And when you look at the fact that the World Cup is coming in 2026, the Sterling self go play for that place. So these are some of the issues where they hear about Sterling. See, some of these things we push out, but we'll just watch now. Arsenal, when even let us say Arsenal, they very angry with the agents of Juan Garcia. Now, the current talk say, when you read the reports put out by now Arsenal, so even said the Athletic, some of the journalists, James McNicholas and James Horncastle, so these are some of the journalists that work with the Athletic, themselves put out a story here. So Arsenal said the agent of Johan Garcia made them understand that a bid in the region of 25 million euros, which is about 20 million pounds, was going to be enough to collect Johan Garcia from this Espanyol. Now, as Takon Vex say, previously the buyout clause was 25 million euros. Then in August, Espanyol can escalate the price to 30 million euros, where Arsenal not really like. That's why Arsenal had 2 failed bids for the player. And nobody say Espanyol say they don't want to sell the guy. Espanyol say we will only sell if you pay the complete fee, 30 million euros, which is about 25 million pounds to carry this player. So, but another thing where you need to understand with the way deals, transfer deals, they take place in Spain. It's the fact that, you know, be like, okay, for example, I'll give you an example. This Ricardo Calafiori deal. We struck a deal with Bologna because we told them we are going to pay 4 times instrumental payments, 4 times. With Spain now, if you want to break the buyout clause, there's nothing like instrumental payments. You pay everything up front, and Arsenal can't afford to do that. You get? So that's one of the things that made the deal no really materialize, because apart from paying that 30 million euros, the payment structure was going to be a problem for Arsenal. That's why Arsenal, they very, very angry, but they don't leave everything. So, okay, for the summer transfer window, we'll come and sort that issue. That was why we collect Neto. It gets to make everywhere stew. Now, Rio Ferdinand, when they admit, say, ridiculous Arsenal transfer reinforces his title prediction. What is his title prediction? Rio Ferdinand has reiterated his belief that Arsenal will win the Premier League this season and thinks the signing of Raheem Sterling will make it even more likely. So Ferdinand of the opinion say Sterling to Arsenal, it just be like the icing on the cake. You get, we're going to make Arsenal win the league. When you look at the reports put out by the Mirror, when you go down the reports, they say Rio Ferdinand thinks Arsenal have improved their chances of winning the Premier League with the arrival of the loan capture of Raheem Sterling. You get, so these are some of the issues. And myself, I share that same sentiment. Many people share that sentiment, but more just to watch and see how everything will be. Sterling never really played for us, so I think he's going to be getting the baptism of fire against Tottenham Hotspur. Now we're going to hear the things where Raheem Sterling won't achieve after he signed for Arsenal. Like I told you, first of all, he wants to break into the England setup. You get, he's just 29, and he wants to make sure by the time the World Cup in 2026 go come, same go follow for those who go enter plane, they go play for that World Cup. So these are some of the issues, and the fact say he get a lot to prove against Enzo Maresca. You get, first of all, they say if you look at people like Jorginho, people like Kai Havertz, maybe say they're not really they enjoy for Chelsea, they came over to Arsenal and their fortunes change. They got their career back on track. So Sterling said they look at that same trajectory, say, okay, if Jorginho can do it, if Kai Havertz can do it, who says I cannot? So now one of the things where they motivate them, where they push them, and I like as the team they push and make it they go like that. Now Darren Bent, who's one of the Arsenal fans and one of the pundits at TalkSport, they talk say, in wish, say Arsenal sign one player with a thrive for Aston Villa, and the player is no other than Amadou Onana. So in the field, say Onana is a powerhouse. Instead of going for Merino, Arsenal would have gone for Amadou Onana. He understands the Premier League, you get power, it's African blood, you get all those kinds of, even though Amadou Onana plays for Belgium, but yes, he gets some kind of African ties. So these are some of the issues. Well, now your opinion be that. And Merino self, don't forget, Merino self good though. Statistics no they lie you. He don't win the most duels in top 5 Europe. So the guy said in the bar, it's just quite unfortunate. So we never see all this in the bar, all the statistics. We need to see with our eye. Just like we don't see Timber. We need to see. But Gabriel Morales, yeah, well, no blame Morales, you're part of training. So you don't have to say don't happen. So after 2 months, we'll see how good this our player be. Now we are hearing more reports from the Mirror that Bukayo Saka is set to take center stage and senior role in Lee Castle's new look England. In fact, now we're going to hear say when they talk about this, the leadership group in England national team, say Saka they involved, say Harry Kane, Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham with Kyle Walker and Bukayo Saka. That then be the bridge between the dressing room and the management. In fact, Saka are the conduits for the young players. So okay, so you can't just go to the manager direct. You need to anything way they feel, anything way they pay you, way they vex you. You go tell the leadership group. The leadership group will come relay your information to the manager. The manager will give them feedback. Then so will come give you feedback. Unless manager wants to address everybody directly, you get so now what we did let to understand. And they say now so it be under the previous manager Gareth Southgate, and now so it will continue under the new manager or interim manager if you like, Lee Carsley. So we'll just watch and see how all these things will unfold. Now, on a controversial take, not too much controversial take, because I think some of us share that sentiment, even though we know we like to talk them out loud. Darren Bent, will still be Arsenal fan, they predict whether Arsenal will beat Manchester City to the Premier League title. And Baba say emphatically no, that he doesn't see Arsenal beating Manchester City to the Premier League title, and Baba can they explain in reasons. So Baba can they talk say Arsenal second, now in the C. I'm reading from the second paragraph. So you can say, if I look for the screenshot to get the full quotes of what's Baba talk. They say Arsenal second. I will sit here and go. I would love Arsenal to like see them at the top, right? But Manchester City, I think they are head and shoulders above everybody. Bent was saying this on TalkSport September 3rd. You get now. That's why I put Man City as the favorites, because they have got Haaland, who has come back and looks incredible. They have won their first 3 games, no Rodri. In fact, he has not stepped on the pitch yet, and you've also got Foden there. They've also brought in Ike Gundogan. And this is what some of us are saying, that the major difference between this Arsenal side and Man City side is Haaland. This guy is a cheat. This guy not cheat. Person wey don't score, person play 102 games, score 90-something goals. This guy not cheats. And that be the major difference. Remove Haaland from Man City. Now they're going to say Man City they beatable. Because when you play against Man City, nobody say you know if you score them. But them go score back. Man City don't have the best defense in the league. They don't have the best midfield in the league. The only attack we them get now just the best defense, and because of Haaland. So the earlier we understand this, the better. And who else can we sign in this world with your rival that Haaland? Some people go say, but CHUKS, when Haaland they play against Arsenal, you know they score Saliba the whole land. Yes, but every other 19 team waiting for the league, they get Saliba. Saliba stop him for Arsenal, but against other people, the guy they score goals like water. With the way we create our own chances, the way our Kai Havertz, our Trossard, Saka and Co, they get chances, they do spawn those chances. Do you think if Haaland get those type of chances, even though we understand according to historical data, Haaland has missed most big chances than even Darwin Núñez, that we feel is missing big chances, but at the end of the day, he scores more goals than every other person. That guy not cheats. Not cheats. If he not play for Man City, now they go understand what's in the talk. Say maybe Haaland is sick, or Haaland get injury, or maybe he get red card, or you don't get 5 yellow card to miss one match. Now they go understand the exclusion of Haaland for their team. How he be? That's just the team. It's just quite unfortunate. They talk say French league. Well, somebody was posting on social media. People are calling French league Farmers League. But England, EPL is fast becoming the Farmers League, because when you look at the Serie A, last 4 seasons, now 4 different winners don't win them. When you look at La Liga, last 4 seasons, now 3 different people don't win them. Atletico Madrid, Barca, and Real Madrid. Look at EPL. Last 4 seasons, 1 person win. Even the 5th year now, that same 1 person is still the favorite to still win it, and they can still win it. And you say French is the Farmers League, and you say La Liga is the Farmers League. What it shows you objectively is that the EPL is not competitive enough, because only Arsenal cannot be pursuing Man City. Where is Chelsea? Where is Man U? Where is Liverpool? It's just unfortunate that we are at an era where we have the best defensive team in the league. We have a very, very good midfield, but our defense is not really something to write home about. Well, it is what it is. God help us this season. So, my dear Arsenal lovers, the biggest news of the day is going to be the fact that the Sun, Esport, Football Italia, and many sources are telling us the team wait there for the contract where Galatasaray and Osimhen sign. So Osimhen are 10 different teams named there. So if any of these teams come for me in January and pay my release clause, the new release clause of 63 million pounds, which is about 75 million euros, where Osimhen and Napoli don't sign. Because in case you are not aware, Osimhen and Napoli, according to Fabrizio Romano, have signed a new contract extension till 2027 so that they can reduce its release clause from 130 million euros to 75 million euros, which converted to pounds is 63 million. So now the Sun is reporting that according to a new contract signed by this Osimhen and Galatasaray, if Arsenal, PSG, Chelsea, Bayern, Real Madrid, he mentioned 10 specific clubs. If they pay 63 million pounds, I am leaving. And Galatasaray say, no problem. Napoli say, no problem. So now so it will be all eyes goes to January. That is why the Sun is reporting that if Arsenal pays 63 million in January to sign Osimhen, we will get him. But I think the circumstances around January or maybe December, if you like, is what will tell us what will happen. See this scenario. Maybe we lose games today, like 10 points behind Man City. We need a striker. I have a miss chance like mad. By January, Arsenal will be forced to go and buy somebody. But if we still a boss net, they scatter everywhere, we can't top the league before then, Arsenal may not be forced to take that kind of drastic decision. But we'll just watch. We can all speculate for now. We'll wait till January and see what happens. So, my dear Arsenal lovers, I think this is a fine place for us to call the show an end. So, it's like come your way later today in the evening to give you the evening news. So, then thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. Like your mouse. All right, guys. Bye bye.